Hi. Today I wanted to talk about why we should never gossip. Whatever we give out to the universe, we always get back. So, karma. What I wanted to say today is why we should never gossip, why we shouldn't really talk about other people. And sometimes, people do it for entertainment, that it's fun to talk about other people because maybe nothing else exciting is happening in your life, or I don't know, we don't have anything else to do, so we just talk about other people. There's so many people that is gossiping today. They're saying maybe, oh, this person did this and this, they did this actions, and they said these things, or they had this reaction to things. It's just a spiral of negativity. And the thing is that we don't know, we never know why people do certain things, or why they say certain things, or why they do stuff. For an example, I've done some things in my past that I regret doing. I've done things that I'm not proud of, and I believe you also has done something that you're not proud of, and everyone in this world has done something that they're not proud of doing, and it can be anything from an action that you're doing something to another person or saying something to another person. It doesn't really matter what we do, it's just we know that it's wrong in some way or a form. The thing is that we don't know why the person did the thing deep inside. So gossiping is more of an outer layer. It's only the action they did, the action or reaction, but it's never really, it's not deeper than that. It's just the first layer. Usually when we say things or when we do certain things, it has a much deeper meaning of why we do them, or why we say certain things to other people. It's much deeper than just the gossip, basically. And the thing is with gossip also, it's like the whisper game, if you ever played that when you were a child. It's like the whisper game. So you start to whisper something, like start to whisper to the person, and then they goes around in a circle, and then in the end it was nothing at all as the first thing. So that's kind of like a gossip also. It's usually exaggerated also. It's usually distorted. The truth is distorted in some kind of way also. So maybe the action was true, maybe that person did that thing or said that thing, but they usually did or said it because of an underlying issue or underlying problem. And then all of a sudden it's nothing at all as the truth. I've done some things that I regret. I've done some things that I'm not proud of, and I promise you, the things that I've done to other people, it has haunted me for years, some things that I've done. But I've really finally released those things because I know the reason of why I did it. I know the underlying problem, and most of the things people do, the things that they regret doing or the things that they're not proud of, is usually when we're under some kind of substance. So we're under some kind of drug. And this is also why I hate drugs. Don't get me wrong, I love weed and I love psychedelics, but I can actually hate psychedelics and hate weed also in some way, because it's the reason why we do the certain drug. If you're just taking the drug to repress your emotions, or if you're just taking the drug to not deal with things from the past or to escape reality in a way, I don't really think the drugs is a good thing. Not even weed and psychedelics. It kind of depends on you. But I also believe that weed and psychedelics and mushrooms and all of these plants, these herbs, we can use them for good. It's sad because most of these healing plants that we have in the world has been classified as a drug, as a hard drug, when in reality it's actually very much of a healing ability. It can heal us from the bottom of our soul. So usually when I did some kind of mistake in my life, I was influenced by a certain drug, and this can be anything. So it can be alcohol, it can be a prescription drug from a doctor, it can be weed, it can be whatever drug it is. But you understand what I mean. It's some kind of substance in our body that makes us not us, that makes us another person in a way, or it makes us behave or say certain things that is not from our soul, that is not from our higher self, or that is not from our highest good, that it's from the devil energy. Ta-da! Most of the bad things that I've done in my life that I regret doing or that I have had haunted me, I was under some kind of drug, and it was just because I wanted to escape reality. I didn't want to live in this world. I thought it was boring. I had severe depression and severe anxiety attacks at the moment. At that moment, it was between 10 to 5 years ago, so yeah, 10 to 3 years ago maybe. So during the latest 3 years I've changed a lot. I wanted to escape those emotions that I had. I wanted to escape my depression, and I wanted to escape my anxiety instead of dealing with the root issue. So instead of dealing with the issue, I blocked them out with drugs. And this can be any drug, so it can be cigarettes, it can be nicotine, it can be alcohol, it can be weed, it can be harder drugs like, I don't know, MDMA or cocaine or weed or psychedelics, like actually anything. When we're not dealing with the issue and we're actually repressing it instead, because that's what most drugs do in the world. It blocks out our emotions instead of dealing with the root core issue. I actually went to the doctor once. I went to the doctor to kind of see how I could heal my depressed state or my anxieties. And they gave me a medicine. The doctor gave me a medicine after 15 minutes. They talked to me, which is not at all. They didn't know why. They didn't know me. They just looked at the symptoms and they gave me something, and it got worse. So my situation got worse instead of helping me. So it was kind of like 10 steps back instead of steps to the future or to progress. It actually made everything worse. So it made me lose myself. So the prescription drug made me lose myself even more. I was already lost. Thank you. Anyway, the reason why we do certain things, the reason why we say certain things or do reactions or actions, you know, because it's our unconscious. It's a state of protection. It's like a self-protection, because we don't want to be in a situation that we've been in when we maybe gone through a certain traumatic experience or just an experience overall. We don't want to be in that experience anymore, and therefore our unconscious parts of ourselves reacts or say certain things or do certain things because we are afraid of being in the same situation again. We people, we have no idea what that person has gone through. Everyone on this planet has a unique story. So we are unique persons. We are born in this world. Everyone is born in a different time, in a different date, and in a different place. You know, so the cosmic and the planets of our solar system and in the universe were in a unique pattern when we were born. So that makes us unique persons. That's why everyone is unique, but we also have unique stories. We go through unique things, you know, and everyone on the planet, we can go through similar things with people that we know. Usually our friends or people that we connect with has kind of the same story as we have, but it's never the same, because in some way or form it's always different. So we have no idea what people go through. That's why we should never talk about it either, because we should just fix our own problems instead of talking about other people or their problems or their behaviors, because maybe it's better to look at our behaviors and see why we are doing things so we can heal ourselves. And when we heal ourselves, we basically heals the people around us also, because everyone around us is you. We're just different parts, different consciousness, different awareness, living out this world in different lives and in different bodies and different minds and whatever. So we should never talk about other people or why they do certain things, because we don't know. We don't know what they have gone through when they were a child. Maybe they were witnessing a traumatic experience, which can be anything from horrible things as you see your parents behave in a certain way to your other parent or to your siblings, or the person have maybe been in a very horrible relationship before, but it's usually childhood things, so it's usually our parents or stuff that happened when we were younger, so maybe, you know, classmates or siblings or whatever it is that they did something that is not good, basically. It doesn't even matter, like it doesn't even matter what kind of thing they went through, because everyone on this planet has gone through something horrible. Life is a part of great blessing and great suffering. That's kind of how it is, but in that suffering we always find some kind of blessing, and in the blessing where there's always some kind of suffering, you know, it's always a mix of both. It's never really black and white, it's always a mix of both. It doesn't need to even be a big thing, like a big traumatic experience someone has gone through. It can be a smaller or minor thing, but it doesn't matter, because we don't know. We don't know. And things that we don't know about, we shouldn't gossip, basically. We shouldn't gossip because we have no idea what that person has went through. We have no idea. And gossiping is just negativity. It's just a very toxic and negative thing to do, because it will just come back to you in one way or another. That's how karma works, and if we talk shit about other people, people will talk shit about us. And I can say that from experience. So my point is, don't gossip about people, because we don't know what they've gone through. We don't know what emotions they've gone through, what situations they have gone through, and we have better things to focus on our time on. You know how much time we're wasting just by talking about other people, when you can use that time to better your own behaviors, or do something creative, or do something that you enjoy doing, or make the world a better place, or just enjoy life. And it's another thing about talking good about other people that we should do, because that's a positive energy, you know, like, wow, this person did this, I'm so inspired by them, I'm so inspired, or this person did this, I also want to do that. That's my dream also. Or I'm so proud of this person that they have done this and this and this. We can talk about stuff like that when it's positive, of course, but it's still a waste of time in a way, because you have better things to do with your life. So do better things with your life. It sounds harsh, but, and you know, we can't change other people. We can never change other people, so it's always probably gonna be people who gossip about you or me or whatever, whoever, and that's fine. It's just it just means that they have a boring life. It sounds so bad, but it's true, because I remember when I was gossiping about other people, I didn't have anything else to do because I felt that my life was boring. That's just a reason of make something with your life instead of being in a boring place or whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Don't gossip, because why? It's just a waste of time. And we never know, as I said, we never know what that person has gone through. Usually it's when people do certain things, especially bad things, or when people are coming from a place of fear or coming from the place of toxicity, it's usually a much deeper meaning of why the person do the things they do. It's usually an underlying pattern from childhood or traumatic experience, and it's sad that people go through these things, but it's also yeah, it's a part of life, you know. It is what it is. Thank you for watching this video about gossiping. Have a beautiful life and day, and be proud of who you are, because no one knows your story really. The only one who knows your story is yourself. So that's why it's so important to not even listen to gossip, because they don't know you. You know you. You know you. You are actually the only person who knows you. All other people in the world, they have their own perception of you, but they don't really know you. You know everything that you have gone through. Everyone is just an extension of ourselves. Everyone is we are everyone. So the things that we do to other people, we actually do them to ourselves. So be kind to other people, even though it's a stranger, even though you have no idea who it is. Everyone deserves love. Everyone deserves love. I'm gonna go and eat some breakfast now. Please subscribe if you want to see more. I also have a tarot channel if you're into tarot readings. I have an Instagram also. I don't use it at the moment because I have a break. I'm like, oh, I miss it, but I know that I needed this break to focus on making videos and to focus on my life and just enjoying the sun. It's sunrise now at the moment and it's beautiful. You are beautiful. Very beautiful. Whatever you've gone through, whatever you did in the past, it's in the past. This is who you are now. You can learn from those things. Learn. We are all students and we are all teachers. Beautiful day. Have a beautiful day. It's early. I just woke up, kinda, like an hour ago. And I felt guided to make this video. I should shut up now. See you.